In September of 2022, our closest friends and family gathered in DR to celebrate the nuptials of my cousin and her new husband. We waited with excitement as he would be able to travel from Haiti and come live happily ever after with his new bride. That dream was cut short on March 20th, 2023, when we received a call that he had been brutally murdered. Life as we all knew it would forever change.
Grief is so interesting. It comes without warning, it comes without instructions, and you have a wave of emotions that you're trying to put words into. Nothing makes sense. Everything that you believed in is being questioned. And then there's the part where you're not the only one grieving. You have to be supportive for other people because their grief matters too. Everyone tells you to be strong. And you're like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to say. But how are you supposed to be strong when your knees can't even hold your body up? You trust that God is going to heal your broken heart, but then the person you lost isn't coming back, so but then again, we're Christians, so to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord, so that's good news. But are we really okay with that? This is so new, and the emotions, they are overwhelming and also confusing. But then, if you only have faith when things are good, did you really have any faith at all? God takes care of the flowers, right? So how much more would he take care of us? But he just seems so quiet. There's so many questions that remain unanswered. We should have hope, but you can't even think about the future because all you can think about is how will I get through this next moment. And then there's only limited time and space to grieve. You still have to work. If you're a parent, you still have to parent. Your bills still have to be paid. Your world stopped, but the rest of the world keeps on going. So then you have to be okay somehow to continue to go to work, to do what it is that you do. You get up, you take a shower, you eat, but everything feels like a chore. But you also got to do them because what's the alternative? You can't sit forever in a state of depression, but you got to make room to feel what you feel. So we're making space. I can't let my faith falter. God is all I have. God is all I know. So His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts higher than our thoughts. And He clearly thinks so highly of us that He trusts that we can carry such a cross, such a heavy load. But I guess we gotta trust in the fact that He's helping us carry it, even when it doesn't feel that way. It's like you gotta acknowledge your feelings, but also realize that they make terrible masters. I don't know how to go back to normal. Like, how do you continue to do everything? You can't even hear the sound of your own thoughts. It's, everything is jumbled and it doesn't make sense. But in the midst of it all, God blessed us with a village, even the ones that are here physically. They are a text away and they always check in and they do the best they can. And some parts of your grief feels unwarranted, like this person was kind of sort of my brother-in-law, right? I've never really seen anybody grieve their brothers-in-laws. It makes sense that it would hurt his wife, his son, but it's like, I love them too. So you have to like convince yourself that your grief is also valid, you know? I don't know when we'll be okay, but this too shall pass. And I hope that he's at peace, and I hope he's okay. And I hope she's okay. Imagine getting everything you've ever wanted only to have it snatched away in a matter of minutes, with no warning, no heads up, no chance to say goodbye, no closure. But you gotta be strong and keep going. Our God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Good afternoon, everyone. To think that just six months ago, I was sharing a speech for Kiki's wedding reception, and to be standing before you today doing the same for his memorial is truly unimaginable. I could talk about how unfair and tragic his passing was, how broken it has left his loved ones, particularly his wife, or how the past 2 weeks have been the biggest nightmare we have ever experienced as a family. But given the fact that Kiki had such a positive outlook on life, I would rather focus on telling you about the mark that he left on this world. In the grand scheme of things, I really shouldn't have been that close to him. I say that because I've only known him a couple of years, and I've only seen him in person on a few occasions. But for someone who had the pleasure of experiencing the joy of being in his presence, you would know that it only takes one time around him, or even a single phone call, for you to feel like you've known him all your life. Kiki was truly the embodiment of all things joy. You could not be around him and not be laughing. He had the habit of checking on me by saying, "Hi, Maren," And I'll respond, "Hi, Fiel, how are you?" And then he'll be like, "If you wanted to know how I was doing, you should have texted me first." And we would bicker and laugh hysterically in every conversation. He would drive me nuts when it came to planning things because I like having everything planned to a T well in advance. But Kiki, not so much. A week before his birthday, I would ask, "What are the plans?" He would tell me, "That fwet man." That means relax, it's still early. And no plans have been made, but one thing's for sure, he would have the time of his life and dance the night away while recording every detail of the night to send to his wife and me. I loved him at first, simply because he loved my sister, and he loved her well. But with each interaction, I grew to love his spirit, his desire to live a full life, his selflessness, his character, his courage, and loyalty, not just as a friend, but also as a cop. His ability to celebrate others was like no other. The way that he loved and connected with people was truly a gift. I always found it hilarious that his favorite meal was bread and peanut butter, even after lifting hundreds of pounds of weight. You can't forget his dance moves and his love for working out. The boy was always active and the life of the party. To conclude, I just want to say, follow Jesus with all your heart, because the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. 1 second you're here, and the next you're not. Live life like Kiki did. He lived fully, with a pure heart and integrity, by loving those around him out loud and loving life, because there are only so many tomorrows. Third, I want you to pray for Haiti. I believe that it is dark as before dawn, and that the world is seeing the darkness over our land so that they cannot deny a move of God when he decides to bring justice to his children for every single drop of blood that has been shed. Pray for his friends. They were truly his family. Pray for his son. He's too young to understand what's going on and simply wants somebody to put his daddy on the phone. Pray for his wife. The road to healing ahead is going to be long and hard. You all have to go back to your lives after this, but the knot in her stomach, the brokenness in her heart, and the weakness in her knees are not going away anytime soon. Only speak words of comfort to her, because your support and prayers are the only things that she needs right now. And sis, even though you don't feel it now, God is close to the brokenhearted. So he will continue to be with you every step of the way, even when you don't feel him. So lean on me, because I too will continue to be with you every step of the way as I pray over you while you don't have the strength to pray for yourself. I want to thank everyone for coming. The support that you have shown our family over the past couple of weeks has truly been remarkable. Words aren't enough to say thank you, but when counting our blessing, having a solid village is at the top of that list. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know everybody's wondering how I'm feeling, but I can't even explain how I'm feeling. This morning I woke up, it's like I was walking on clouds. March 21st, 2023 was the first morning that I didn't receive a good morning text from Kiki to say, "Good morning, babe. How was your night?" and asking me how I'm doing and if I'm getting ready for work. Then I realized that the news that I received from his friend on Monday must have been true. Kiki's life has ended. It's hard to say that we are here for a celebration of life because he was too young for that. I met Kiki August 23rd, through Love and Serve mission in Haiti. When I saw him, he was the person who was in charge for protecting the group traveling. He was very kind and helpful to everyone. He took us out to hang out at night, even when they didn't want us to go because we were young, but he took us. However, we never had a private conversation. He was about his professional business, but if he was here today, he will tell you that I liked him since I saw him. Then we met again in May 2015 when I went for my grandma's funeral in Okai. He was there again to protect us. Anyways, May 2020, the day after my birthday, he sent me a happy birthday message on Facebook. We exchanged phone numbers so I can send him a video. Apparently, he already had my number, but it was saved under my mom's name. Again, after we exchanged a few messages, he disappeared, then he returned at the end of 2020 to check on me. Then he came back in January 2021, and we have been one since then, until the morning of March 2023 when he took his last breath. Many of you here today have known Kiki way before me. You had spent a lot of time with him. He became a dad to Brice Gira Pierre Noel, who's 5 years old, a son to many. He called a lot of people mommy because his mom died when he was young. A nephew, a brother, a friend, your children's godfather, a person you can trust, a helper, a godson. But to me, he became an attentive listener, someone who motivates me, a friend, someone I can trust, someone I can call and talk about everything under the sun, except today. We never talked about today. We never talked about if one of us died, what would happen. He became a husband. He was supposed to be my future children's dad. He was supposed to come to New York for us to build a new life together. He was ready to give it all. He will always say to me, "Li boko j'aime travail toujours, c'est New York pour vin travail." He wanted to travel the world with and without me. Every time I would tell him I'm traveling somewhere, he will always say, "Profite parce que moi l'aime venir, moi commence faire ou pap di man non." And we will laugh about it. He loved bodybuilding. He was obsessed with the gym and would spend hours there. He really enjoyed hanging out with his friends. One of his dreams was for us to buy a house, use the basement for a hangout spot for when people are stressed, they can come over and relieve their stress with food, game, and laughter and drinks. Kiki loved to smile and laugh. I would rarely see him upset. He disliked arguments and was so quick to apologize when he was in the wrong. He would always want me to let him know when he messed up so he could fix it, apologize, and move on. Being with him taught me how to do that, move on when something went wrong with somebody. The day we got married was the happiest day for both of us. He called his boys on video to show them his ring and was smiling with a lot of excitement. I have so many memories to share about Kiki that it will take days. Kiki te gen 2 défauts pour moi-même. Tout ça la réglé, li fait la dernière minute. Il est toujours bien cool, Abdou tête frette. L'autre là, c'est que li pense tout le monde a même cœur avec, même cœur sensible là. He puts everyone's need before his, and I have never met anyone so positive in my life. He hated negativity. Tout ça li gagne, c'est pour tout le monde. My husband's life was definitely cut short and left me with a lot of pain. The irony of this is that he has always been there to protect others, but no one was there to protect him that day. I hope that God receive him and that he is seated right next to the Father. He's touching his mother's face and his mother's touching his face. Thank you to all of you who have traveled near or far. The support I have been received through friends, family, and people I don't even know, Kiki didn't even know, is something I've never seen before. I have no words to say thank you. Kiki was truly a different kind of human.